Today is a bit of a bittersweet day, genuinely, here in Way of the Hunter, because it's the day that we go and try to hunt down Showstopper, and I want to use the crossbow. I want to, bring him close and have that encounter, and I've been waiting a couple of days. My voice was gone. I really wanted to make sure that I could talk, because I'm sure there's going to be a lot to talk about, and we're at that point. So there is a bit of a weird thing right now. It's just getting to drink time, and they don't drink in the best area in that herd, so we're gonna find our way down. Maybe we'll shoot some stuff on our way, and hopefully we can get him caught in the range and take him with the crossbow. This should be his herd. I don't see him anywhere, but this is where they typically drink. Now, there's always that potential for it to be a rarely used drink zone for another herd, but actually, that might be him right there. It is. I thought he was a rock, but that's him as a 3-star mature. So he is 7 years old. I think technically maybe we could go one more year, but I didn't think it was worth the risk. He's a 3-star obviously, so not going to get to 5, and I just cannot risk this buck dying of old age. He's been such an obsession. I've got footage of him from every age cycle, and I'm going to put together a short that'll be on this channel at some stage with that, but I think I don't want to shoot him in the creek, so I don't want to have the brush in the way either. Let's wait and see if he follows them. That's a look, by the way, at what Showstopper has turned into. It's not my favorite rack for whitetail, but I love the mass and stuff, and I counted, he's a 12 point. It's only fitting that that's what he is on the day that it's time to take him, so I guess he's staying there. Let's just back up in here a little bit and start with the call. I want to get him, on the ground, in the open, in a spot where maybe we can take a nice photo. And one call does have him on the way in. He is just so incredible to look at. It's been so much fun, every single cycle, getting in close, getting footage. Like I said, I'll make that short, watching him grow from a 1-star adult to what he is now as a 3-star mature. It's just been really, really cool. I love the rares in this game. I cannot wait for more. I mean, like an albino, say, Rocky Mountain elk, the obsession over that would be nuts, but I think we actually have a pretty okay setup, and it's actually kind of nerve-wracking. I can hear him. I just don't see him. I think he is in the brush, so maybe we didn't pick the exact right spot. Is that? Yeah, that's him right there. Okay, gotta have the crossbow ready. This is gonna be close range and happen pretty fast. Just need him to step out another couple of meters. Look at him. That is incredible. Had to take him there, broadside and all, as it should be, with the crossbow. I've never, gotten a vehicle and manipulated a screenshot, and I don't know if I will here. I was thinking about doing it. You just never know if something weird's gonna happen. It's not worth it. He landed pretty darn good. Let's go with this, get a photo, and get this guy in the lodge. It's been a long time coming. And you know what? It's not perfect, but I'm pretty happy with it. The other cool thing is, too, just him being around has kind of taught me to learn more about the camera settings and stuff to make these things look better. And that's been cool. I'm looking forward to making use of that more. But I really want to see all this. So we double lunged him at 16 yards with the crossbow. Like I said, just how it should be with a buck like this that we spent so much time watching so carefully for it to be actually the closest we've ever gotten to him. With the crossbow is just perfect. He was 76%. So, well shy of 5-star, which frankly is good. If he was a 5-star, that'd be awesome. But if he was close, if he was 89%, I'd be really unsure. An 89% 4-star. I'd be really unsure about should we have taken him or not. But I like that it was a very clear choice at the end. A 409 scorer, that leaves him well shy of the 460 you would need for 5-star. But that's still a really nice buck for an albino, for a public land albino. Just incredible. I could look at him for the rest of this video. I think the rack is actually pretty cool. Like I said, he's a 12 point, which is, could you ask for anything better as our first rare buck in Way of the Hunter? I don't think we could. He's so cool. And he's almost got this, inverse of your typical rack. His G2s are a little longer than the 3s, and then you've got his 4s that are crazy long. His 5s are quite long, they kind of flare out. The brow tines kind of flare inward. Not perfectly even either if you look at it. Just, I love it. It's been so cool to watch him and to finally take him. So we're going to tax him. We're actually going to take him back to the lodge. And then we do have some hunting to do. Obviously, aging has just occurred. And that's been a big thing as I've been sick. Just trying to, like, push things forward in Way the Hunter, age through, get to where we can make this video when my voice came back. And once he aged, I had to stop and just wait until I could speak. So there's other things out there, and I'm looking forward to going and looking for them. And, you know, pretty easy decision as to where to place them. I really wanted them in a prominent position, you know, right at the top of the stairs like this. This is where we put our first ever whitetail in this lodge. It was a 4-star buck that, if we knew any better, would have gotten to 5-star one day. And I also think, as far as the multi-mounts go, the melanistics look a little bit better in the lodge. We have a melanistic mule deer buck in the waiting already. So we'll leave this mount as is, and this guy can fly solo. He's just, I mean, he's my favorite kill that we've ever had in Way the Hunter, and I can't wait to make that short of watching him age, because it was an incredible process. I wanted to have one more video doing it, but being sick, it just was not possible. But anyway, now we're going to head out. Actually, we can leave the crossbow behind, and we'll take a look at some other stuff. And it's looking like our first stop maybe has yielded a bunch of dead mountain goats, and one that either hasn't aged or went from 3-star to 4-star. I'm not sure, but there were, I think, 2 3-stars in here and a 4-star, and I'm thinking, based on how long the 4-star was a 4-star, he's probably died, and that 4-star is a prior 3. The other thing is, there's some pretty promising bighorn in here. Like, that as a 1-star adult is pretty nuts, but this guy is rather uneven, so we'll go ahead and take him, and hopefully, checking this out and knowing what's going on with the mountain goat, we'll be able to come back and get something good from them. I think we got him good, but we'll just make sure. No reason to track that extra. And this particular spot has produced just 5-star after 5-star, so I think at some stage we're going to see more 5-star bighorn, and hopefully the mountain goat do too. We had to take that shot. We hit right between the lungs. Like, we hit everything. Left lung, right lung, spine with cavity damage. No direct damage. So it's good that we shot him again and actually got him down, but he was a 55%. Good to get rid of him, and I think actually we're going to jump to the southeast. Now, there were a number of 4-star mule deer with our melanistic, which, by the way, at the time I'm recording this, I've not put the community poll up yet for the name of him. I can't wait to do that, but there's one 4-star that remained. Honestly, I think he's probably dead, but we're going to check in. We'll check in and take a look and see how the melanistic's doing as far as his growth. So there he is, now a 1-star adult, and by the way, I haven't been able to get like the really nice footage of him, like I've done with the albino. It's just, the spots they're in, the wind's always bad, and I didn't really intend to anyway, because they live for like 13 years. The whitetail, we found him as an adult. I knew there weren't that many cycles to do, but what I don't see are any really gray bucks, so I'm guessing that other 4-star died. Probably there's something in here worth taking out to benefit the herd, and that gives me less confidence as far as this guy's chances of getting to 5-star, but maybe it's good too that, you know, not everything else is 5-star. Maybe he will be. Now, he was uneven the last time that we saw him. If we look at him now, he's actually evened out, so hopefully that's a good sign. If we can get close enough, I'll get the camera over there, but again, with the wind, I don't find it likely. I mean, I will say, this 1-star adult right behind the melanistic does look pretty small, and that's actually comparing to what the melanistic was as a 1-star adult. So I think it's now this guy. They're doing a pretty good job of making this tough, but maybe right through that window we can get him down, and hopefully that's not a mistake. But I mean, at least at this stage, nothing we do affects the melanistic other than just not shooting him. We do have to be careful about that. But that actually is another way you can actually determine like what a good call buck is. If you're familiar with what a high genetic potential 1-star adult looks like, you can know what a low one looks like, and those ones you can potentially take out. Double lunged him at 157, he was 54%. Like I said, just based on how big the mellow was, I knew that guy couldn't have been as good, so let's sell that off. And now we'll actually have to think. So, struck out so far on potential 4-stars getting to 5. I'm sure there were others, it's just a matter of remembering where they were. Ooh, and there we go. A 5-star Rocky Mountain elk. Now, I fell down here, which is not good, but I think we can just fast travel right back up. I was at this cabin kind of looking for bighorn and stuff, and I had encountered this herd of elk. There was some really nice 3 stars, and one of them has gotten to 5, so I don't know if we can just get over here where they're in view again and just call them and get him to turn around. I'm not gonna lie, I don't think that's the same one. I think there's 2. Like, I'm almost sure that's not the same bull that we spotted. I think he went down over the hill, so we may have 2 more 5-star elk to try to get for the lodge. So we've done this before. That angle is not something we're doing with elk, and for whatever reason, they don't care about this call. It may be because they can't really get back to us with all the obstacles here. If we could just get them to turn, though, like, that's all we need. The wind might be just enough, and I was hoping he'd just kind of cross right here and give us a shot. Man, there's a little bit of one there, but not good enough. So we have time. What we could do is go up and around. That may be best, because with this wind, they're just, I don't think we're getting very close. I think they may have moved. And I think we might have gotten really lucky. We'll just hit the high fitness bugle and see if they show up, but that's almost got to be them. That's one of our guys right there. And I think that's the one that we spotted initially. So I wouldn't be shocked if there's another one somewhere here too, but if we can just get a shot at him whenever he breaks into the open, we'll go for that. In the meantime, like, the rest of the herd is out there, and I haven't seen any other big bulls, so I gotta think, like, somewhere in here is another one, but I guess for now, focus on making sure they don't just leave. Ooh, we do have another one on our left. I don't know if that's the other 5-star. That's the 4-star. But I'm confident there were 2 different ones. Like, the one over here, wherever he went, does not look like what we spotted second. At least I don't think. I don't know where he got to, but since the other one's coming in, I think he should be. Well, the first one's definitely a 5-star and getting plenty close. I just want to spot this one to be absolutely certain. I still think it is, but I want to make sure so we know if we want to follow the herd, and that's a 5-star too, so let's go ahead. Super close range, trying to take out this guy here. Just go for a hard shot. That was cool. I left the hunter sense on by accident. That looked really neat. And then what we want to do is watch where this guy goes. Now he's going to run with the entire herd. See, like, this is good information. Just knowing the direction they go in. So we'll, like, mark, I don't know, somewhere way up in there. And that's going to give us a big advantage. The other thing is leave the hunter sense on, listen for, like, the last clue, or watch for where the last clue is, and maybe mark that too. It's just a bit of an idea of where they're going through at. But man, 2 5-star elk in the same herd again. We've had that so many times here on Nespers. This is at least the 3rd time it's happened. And I guess in this case, we won't even worry about a photo. His one antler's completely hidden, and we have the other one to go and track. So doing the thing where it's showing the bullet hitting lower than it actually did, we did heart shot him, and we hit the left lung as well at 40 yards. So not like that was a major accomplishment, but 94%. I think the other one's bigger. I'm not sure. This guy's 480. That's a pretty good elk, but I do think the other rack looked bigger to me. I do love this rack though. Just super clean, really nice tine length. The other one's a little bit less clean, but I really like it. They did not go far past that last marker. I wonder if that's elk 2. You can be pretty sure with elk that they're gonna be vocal, and that's why, you know, knowing what direction to start in is really important, but I don't know about that other thing down there. If it is, we'll probably have to call again, but that one up there is just straight ahead right over this hill. Just getting to the point that we can peek over. I think that's the 4. It is. So where's the other 5-star? He's got to be in this herd. And there is that other sound down to our right too, but everything else is right here. I've not called yet just because I don't know where he might be. I don't know how he could be all clustered up with these though. He's got to be off to the side or something. That's going to answer it though. That's our guy. He is a 5-star. And the question is, will he present a shot? Because I don't want to move too much, but the rest of them are kind of moving across to the left. If he would just do that same thing, which he's kind of doing, but quartering pretty bad, I think we can get him. That's enough. Got quite a bodyguard there, though. I'm going to say this will be our opening. He's still following him, but just got that shot in there. And I think, too, we actually clipped that cow. We did. There's blood right there. That's wild. And he dropped still, too. Like, maybe we hit the ear? Because I thought we might have hit her in the skull, but that is another 5-star bull. He may have landed in a way that's decent enough for a photo. I mean, not perfect, and honestly, we can't do anything about the rain anyway. That's going to stay. But let's take a look here, and I wish we could see the cow, too. We hit him, actually double lung. Got that kind of upward angle there, so that may have helped, because, again, the lungs are just a little closer at the top than they are, like, in the center, so good deal there. He was a 93%, so very close. Could be bigger, could be smaller. 479, I mean, one different between the two. That is wild. And I think actually on that note, we're going to go ahead and wrap this video up. We didn't shoot a ton of stuff today, but we shot some pretty cool stuff. And I realized we were completely out of room for new elk in the lodge. Literally no spots left to place them. So we swapped out a 2-bull multi-mount for a 3-bull multi-mount. I know the one in the middle here is the second one we got today. I'm not sure where the first one is. I think it's this one. But the problem is when you go into the thing, it just shows you that they're 5 stars, and when I took the other one apart, there were like 5 different ones that we had here, so I wasn't sure what was what. But I'm just glad at the moment, nothing's clipping, everything looks good, and hopefully we can continue that. I really don't know what happens next time we get a 5-star elk. Maybe we have to replace one, but it's pretty cool to get all that kind of stuff. But then, Showstopper, our albino whitetail buck. I'm so glad to just have him in the lodge. The entire time I was concerned that like something could happen and he dies of old age unexpectedly, but he just looks so cool. And what's been neat is no other game that I've ever played has replicated that, like, just how much you sort of get to know the animals. In real life, you know, running trail cams and stuff like that, you get to know certain deer, and that's what it felt like. Following along with Showstopper and just checking in on him, making sure that everything was good, and all that. It was a really cool experience, and I can't wait to do the same with our melanistic mule deer bug, hopefully soon to be named through the community tab poll. But anyway, that is going to do it for this video, so as always, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.